Hi everybody, I wanted to welcome you to HSA 1102 Introduction to Healthcare. My name is Professor Rich Nixon. I am a full-time faculty member here at Kaiser University. If this is your first course at Kaiser, I want to welcome you to Kaiser. The key to success in this program is communication, whether it's your first course or your fifth course. Always keep the communication between you and your instructor flowing. At times this can feel like maybe you're out there on your own because it is an online program, but you are not. There are many resources here, and so please do not hesitate during the term of this course to contact me, or even after the course if you're having any issues with your program or whatever. Please reach out to me so that we can get you the resources that you need or pointed in the direction that you need to be. All right, so my office hours are posted in the syllabus as well as Meet the Instructor. So the first thing I encourage my students to do is go to Meet the Instructor, who is me, and it has my phone numbers, office hours. We hold our Kaiser Live sessions every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The one thing I will say about that is that if you attend the course and the live session, if you're able, you will earn 0.5 points for every session that you attend live. However, I do expect participation. So if I ask a question, I expect you to either answer on the microphone or answer through a chat post, but I do expect participation for the full 0.5 points. Now, 0.5 points doesn't sound like a lot, but over a course of a term, you can earn up to 2 points for four weeks. And if you're teetering on a B or an A, that B can become an A based off those 2 points, depending on how close you are. So it behooves you to attend. Now, if you can't attend in a in a live session, you can view it in a recorded session. And when you do that, you can write a summary. Let me go to week 1 and it tells you. So if you scroll down to extra credit, right here it says you can earn 0.5 points for this one. So you need to write a summary that's 100 to 200 words in length. The summary must include specific details about what I spoke about during the lecture, and make sure that you use specific examples of what I talked about, because oftentimes I will talk about things that I've experienced or things I've heard about in healthcare so that you can relate it to the real world. You do not have to have a separate title page or a separate reference page. Just write out the summary in a Word document and then submit it up here. You go up here, click on it, and then you come down, and wherever you saved it at, either on the cloud storage or your computer, you go in there, find the file, double click it, it will add it, and then submit. Okay, so that covers extra credit. Now, the way I grade is I will give a mixture of audio feedback as well as written feedback. So you'll hear my voice talking to you about what you did right and what you did wrong and how you can correct it. If you are experiencing any type of difficulty with submitting an assignment, you must contact me before the date that it's due. If you contact me before the date that it's due, I can work with you. I can try to figure out what's going on and try to help you, or I can maybe offer you an extension on the assignment. It's not a given, but we'll talk about it and work on it. But if you don't call me or contact me, or you contact me on the day that the assignment is due, then that's not going to work. So it'll be due on the day that it's due, and you will get the grade that you receive. So again, communication is key. I would like you to go to the discussion board. Now, the course will be available on Sunday, and you can complete the introduction, introducing yourself, letting everybody know a little bit about yourself, why you're coming into the program, how long you've been attending Kaiser, what degree you're going for, maybe a little bit if you feel comfortable sharing something personal about, what's your favorite desserts, what is your favorite hobby, things like that. So the class will be available on Sunday. I encourage you to go ahead and complete the introduction to get you used to posting for the discussion posts that we'll have on a weekly basis. And it also introduces you to your fellow classmates. And I'd also like you to respond to your fellow classmates' introduction. If you find something in common, or I enjoyed your introduction, thanks for sharing, whatever. Again, look over the Meet Your Instructor and Syllabus Ask Questions section. It's also under the discussion board. And if it's a question that you feel comfortable sharing with the rest of the class, you can go under this section here where it says Ask Questions. Post your question. I will be checking those frequently and answering them as I can. If it's something that you're not comfortable sharing with the course or with the rest of the class, then contact me via email, and we'll either set up a one-on-one Kaiser Live so I can walk you through whatever it is, or we can discuss over the phone or an email. You will have a written paper this term, and it will require you to submit it to the online writing lab, which I will provide a video in the announcements on how to do that and properly submit your paper. You'll see that coming down at a later time. I do grade heavily on spelling and grammar. Number one, we're all at a collegiate level, so you are expected to have a certain level of spelling and grammar in your tool belt, and if not, then we'll work on that to get it better. So make sure that you're doing spell checks in Word, or there is a function in the discussion area where you're typing your discussion where you can click on the ABCs. It's not going to check for grammar, but it will check for spelling. The only problem is that some things, even though they're spelled right, it'll sometimes, like internet or online, it doesn't recognize that, and it still says it's a mistake. So just be careful with that. But I do grade heavily on spelling and grammar. The other reason is because you're going into healthcare and you're documenting a legal record. So it's very important that you be able to spell so that you're not misinterpreted by the doctor or the nurse when they're doing their diagnosis and treatment. Again, the Kaiser Live is held every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then the recording is posted just after that. All right, and every week I will do a review of the week, so I can point out some of the things that pitfalls that students fall into with the assignments and the discussions, and try to help you with that. I'll also talk about the previous week when I do that review. Your discussions, you're to post weekly, and you should have 4 separate posts on 3 separate days. Now, if you post 4 separate posts on 3 separate days, that will meet the requirement. If you want to exceed the requirement, you need to post 5 or more separate posts on 3 separate days. And I do that so that it encourages you to post more often and get into a dialogue with your fellow students. The whole reason we do these discussions is that if we were in a physical classroom, we'd be talking about speaking about a subject. I would ask you a question, you would answer me, And then other people may speak up in the classroom saying, oh, I agree with that, or I don't agree with that, and here's why. And it's okay in your discussions to disagree with your fellow students, but do it respectfully. If you are disrespectful, I will have a one-on-one with you about your conduct. But I've not had to do that in any of my classes, so I don't expect to do it in this one either. But again, if you're having any problems or any issues with anything, please contact me via email or by phone, and then we can set up either a meeting on the phone or on Kaiser Live one-on-one, or through discuss it through email with you. Email is usually the best because I check it quite often. So let's have a great term and keep that communication flow flowing, and welcome to Kaiser University. Have a good evening, or day, or morning, whatever you're viewing this.